This is PlayerProps.ai. This for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Trevor's tested waters help you swim even the feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you PlayerProps.ai. This for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Trevor's tested waters help you swim even the feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you eat.
Hey guys, it's me, Travis with PlayerProps.ai, and this is what we're looking in for Thursday's games. Not sure if we're doing MLB, NBA, or WNBA, but that's what we figure out on the show based on what the app that I created for you tells us. PlayerProps.ai. If you don't have the free version, stop betting. That's a new slogan. If you can't do the bare minimum, you can't download the free version, just stop betting. Let's do a quick recap here. So, yesterday we looked at MLB strikeout trifectas. There was nothing that made sense. And because there was a solo WNBA game, even though I don't like one-game slates for any sport, we still looked at WNBA, and we actually found Tina Charles, she wasn't a 100% trifecta. She was like a 99% trifecta. But it just kind of looked good, and so we put that in, and Tina Charles pulled a Halliburton. Now, to be fair, the game was out of whack very early. Her team was down like 15 points in the second quarter, and because she was on a back-to-back and because the blowout was already like happening, she got rested a lot in the entire game, and so she only played 15 minutes. And I think it's the first time in like the last like 5 years or something that she's only played 15 minutes, only scored 2 to 4 points, 2 points, 4 points, I don't remember, but yeah, little Halliburton on us. So I'm going to put it on the ban list for now because that is completely unacceptable. So we had NHL Finals wrap by the Florida Panthers beating the Edmonton Oilers. So NHL season's over with. And then tonight we have potentially the last game of the NBA season. I think regardless if Halliburton plays with his injury or not, it seems like Oklahoma City is going to put the nail in the coffin so they don't have to keep this series going any longer. And they don't want to give Halliburton more time to recover, so you might as well finish it while he's at his weakest. If the previous game wasn't him at his weakest. So yeah, and then I also I don't want to call him out by name because I don't want to give him any kind of special grace here. But I had somebody in like the YouTube comments after Tina Charles pulled a Halliburton that was just like, all that video just for a loss. If you guys are watching this just to find a win, then you are not listening to the words coming out of my mouth. This is not a betting show. It's not a show that I do just so you can fast forward to the end, see what I wind up on, and lock it in. This is an education show. I am teaching you how to use PlayerProps.ai every single day. If you are not taking the lessons learned and the words coming out of my mouth and actually pulling up the app on your own time and doing exactly what I've taught you to do, that doesn't matter what I say at the end of the show. You are shooting yourself in the foot. You need to do the bare minimum, the free stuff. I'm teaching you free education to use the free version of the app at least to curb your losses and increase your wins. And if you're not even doing that, then joke's on you, my guy or my girl. But yeah, so we're going to flip the script over here. Let's see what we have here on this Juneteenth holiday. I'm just going to quickly check this. I don't think there'd be any trifectas, but let's just see who's got a 15 line or higher. So I believe Halliburton's line is at 13.5, and the sportsbooks are still favoring the under. He probably will hit that if he plays, because there's no way you can go back-to-back games of 0 field goals, being one of the star players for your team. But yeah, nobody here. The closest, we have one person in double-digit difference, and that's not gonna be enough. So yeah, there's nothing really here for this game. I'm just hoping that Oklahoma City puts a nail in the coffin, so I could show you guys I've already showed you in Discord the amazing 5-pick futures parlay that's already 1 for 1, but once Oklahoma City wins tonight, it'll be 2 for 2. Yep, so we're just nothing's over here. So we're gonna reset this. Go to MLB. We do have some WNBA games as well, more than one. But let's see if we can find a strikeout play. We are on a pretty good win streak right now with MLB stuff. We have the MLB props are doing good. We have the MLB spread predictor, which I did a video for you guys a few days ago showing you how the premium members have made $3,000 in profit in just the first 16 days by just using the MLB spread predictor as it's designed to be used. And then, of course, the Y3 strategy still being undefeated. We looked at something that wasn't Y3 yesterday. It didn't pan out, but we essentially tried to force something that wasn't Y3. But the true Y3 strategy is still undefeated. But we haven't played anything for it for a while because nothing's been lining up. But every day we check to see if there's something that does line up. Okay. Ryan, 3.5, needs a 4.5 projection. He's got a 5, so that's a check mark. Sportsbooks favor the over. That's a trifecta. Ryan needs 4.5 with a line of 3.5. He's a 4.5 projection, which that checks the box. It's 4.67. I'm not sure if it's minus 110 on both sides, but we can click this to see. It's actually minus 120 on the under, so sportsbooks are actually super slightly favoring the under, so that's not necessarily a trifecta. We have Chase, which he needs a 4.5 projection. He's got a 4.18, not a trifecta. Then we have Sean, which needs a 4.5 projection. It's got a 4.13, not a true trifecta. So the only trifecta we have here is good old Ryan, who's versing Toronto, which unfortunately is one of the least strikeoutiest teams the last 3 games, but the least strikeoutiest team of the entire MLB league this season. Nobody has struck out least amount of times as they have. 30th in the last. 30th in the entire season, I mean. He's got a 22. His strikeout rate against lefties is abysmal. He's not allowing a lot of hits. You see the averages versing lefties. The batting average allowed is 181, which is pretty nice. But not really striking them out too much. We like to see that being 20 or higher. He's allowing a little bit more of an average versing righties, but it's because he has a lot more people that are righties in the league. But he is striking them out at 22.8% clip. He just versed San Diego, which is also his last start with San Diego 6 days ago. And this was also a very, very low strikeout team. And as you see, even though he didn't give up any runs, he pitched 5 innings and only struck out 3 times. He's also getting pulled at very, very, very low pitch count numbers. So here, 56 pitches, 71, 84, 62, 77, 79. They're not even letting him go into the game. We're not going to touch that. I want to see people that are allowed to get into the 90s. Ryan's the one that has the underline of minus 120, overline's minus 110, 90 pitch count, 86 pitch count, 83. So his last 3 starts. So it looks like earlier this season he was a relief pitcher. His first start of the season was 6-3. They let him pitch 83 pitches. He struck out 2 Giants batters. Then they allow him to pitch a little bit more, and he strikes out 4 Milwaukee batters. And then they allow to pitch him a little bit more pitch count. He now approached 90. He also allowed his first runs of the season, 3 of them against Arizona. Struck out 8. And Arizona, I believe, is a low strikeout team, I think. I'll triple check that. But then we scroll down here. Out of the 40 at-bats versing a right-handed hitter, struck out only 15. He's in a nice 35 plate appearances. People are not getting on base against him with hits because .094 is probably the lowest I've seen versus a righty or a lefty side. He's striking them out pretty well. Only 15K against that. LA Dodgers. The entire season, they're 17th, kind of in the middle, 17th most strikeouts, and all this, keeping up with that as well. So, Ohtani's a left-handed hitter, Freddie's a left-handed hitter, Max Conforto, and Tommy Edman probably hitting, I don't know, lefty or righty, probably righty, I assume. I do like the fact that he's trending up. 90 pitches, 86 pitches. Where's Arizona right now? Arizona is 22nd in terms of allowing their team striking out for the season, but I think they're like, yeah, they're almost first. They're second most. So he's getting them when they're trending to striking out more. But the Dodgers aren't really trending to striking out more. They're just in the same spot here, and their bats are just more powerful. So I don't think I like Ryan. I think I like him a little bit more than Ryan, but I don't like him enough. And he's not a true trifecta because the sportsbooks are actually favoring the under with a minus 120. Let me look at FanDuel real quick and see if anything changes. Yeah, FanDuel still favors his under as well. Rasmussen, no, don't do that. So we had 4 originally, and now in the span of us recording, we just had something, which is the best part. I love when this happens when we're recording and something updates during the recording. So we're like, oh, hey, look, it just shows you this site and this app is updating every gosh dang second. But Drew Rasmussen just got thrown into the underwell, where he is an under trifecta, 5.5. He would need to have a 4.5 line or lower, and he's got a 3.78, which checks. Sportsbooks are favoring the under. But of course, when you're going under on a batter, you don't want to see a lick of green. This guy's got green both sides. Baltimore, 6th most this season in strikeouts, 9th most in the last 3 games. His line, 5.5 at 235 at 510. It went down to 4.5, which would not have been a trifecta. And then at 10:21 a.m., you see here, it went back up to 5.5 to become a trifecta. He got 8 strikeouts against Texas. But if we're going back 20 games, just last 10, let's just focus on the season. He's only hit 6 strikeouts or more once. I guess dating back to April 24th, which is almost, 5 months ago? No, April, 2 months ago. Oh my gosh. Looks like he got 7-7 against Yankees in Atlanta. And then since Arizona, he has not hit 6, but one time. 18.4 K strikeout rate against righties, 25.2 against lefties. Remember, when we're going over, we want both of these to be 20. And because we're going under, we kind of don't want both of these to be 20. We want either one to be 20. 25.2% against lefties is not as bad because righties is under that 20 mark. Versing Baltimore, Jackson Holiday lefty, Gunnar lefty, Ryan lefty, Cedric lefty, Colton lefty. So a lot of lefties there, and that's what he's striking out more. Oh, the strikeout play, we looked at a trifecta yesterday before he wound up on Tina Charles. It was Luis Castillo of Seattle. He had like a massive 6.5 line, and everything in our system was saying under 6.5. But the team he was versing is just such a strikeout heavy team that we're like, it's not worth forcing. But if you ignored the fact that he's versing a team that strikes out a lot, he only got 5. It's still a good strikeout for a normal pitcher, but because his line was 6.5, that trifecta hit. I mean, I'm going to pay attention to the fact that Baltimore is striking out a lot. But can he get 6 Ks against them when he's gotten only 6 Ks in the last 2 months? 5, 3, 3, 81, 76, 74, 79, 74, 87. So I just mentioned, when we're going over on a strikeout or any pitcher prop, you want to see that he's allowed to be in the that he's allowed to creep into the 90s. And I believe we have something on our ban list that I added. Oh, I guess I didn't add it on our ban list. But we've been very hesitant this season on Tampa Bay pitchers because the manager will take a pitcher out too late or take a pitcher out too early. Like, the manager is not really good at making good baseball decisions. Also, if you didn't see yesterday, the Tampa Bay Rays are selling their team for $1.7 billion to a residential or commercial developer guy based in Jacksonville who's got a crap ton of money. So why is that important? Moving forward with this team, I'm talking about like next season or the offseason moving forward, right now Tampa Bay doesn't have, the owner doesn't have like, and stupid, like he's got money because you have to have money to have a baseball team, but he doesn't have stupid money. This guy is buying the Tampa Bay Rays has pretty much, you can say, stupid money. So because the MLB does not have a salary cap, which is why you see the Dodgers being able to put all of the All-Stars on one team at the same time. I feel like Tampa Bay, as long as they get a new stadium that doesn't get destroyed by a hurricane, Tampa Bay might be. I feel like that if you're buying a team for $1.7 billion and you have a lot more money to spend, I feel like you want to make a splash in your first offseason. So I feel like Tampa Bay, team to watch this offseason once that sell of the team goes through. And then another team got sold yesterday as well. $10 billion the Lakers sold for. It is the most amount of money any U.S. franchise team has ever sold for. $10 billion. I feel like everything here except for the fact he's versing Baltimore looks good. And he could get lit up by Baltimore. He could have like 3 earned runs. But so I was going back and I was talking about the pitch count. So if we're looking here, 81 pitches, 76 pitches, 74, 79, 74, 87. So he's typically hovering around the 80 mark. He's never gotten an out into the 7th inning. It looks like he's capped at 6 innings. So it's like, how quickly can he get to 6 innings? 6 innings and 80 pitch count seems to be the average. So can he get to 80 pitches without striking out the Baltimore Orioles, who are the 6th most in the league, 6 times? That's the question. Trifecta, yes. Team versing, no. It's the same thing as Ryan. Ryan Nelson, also trifecta. Team he's versing, just doesn't make it sexy. I'm gonna check something here real quick. Look at how many WNBA games we have tonight? Oh, we only have 2. Liberty and Phoenix, Golden State and Pacers. Fever. Are there anybody that's got a 15 line? Of course Caitlin Clark does. 18%. Sabrina getting 20 points, like, she has to be hot from 3 to get 20 points. She's not ever going to get 20 points if she's not hot from 3. I don't like that gap enough. 18%. And then Caitlin Clark has a 9.3% on the under. Yeah. I think that I don't want to do something that's going to shoot you guys in the foot. But I'm very interested about this Drew guy, even though he's versing Baltimore. I don't know. Let me look at the spread tool real quick. Oh, that's right. There's a double header for Detroit and Pittsburgh. What am I looking for? So this is a free to view tool. If you guys don't use this, then I'm assuming it's because you don't know about it. Tampa Bay Rays. Tampa Bay opened as a minus 157 favorite. They are now down to minus 137. So it's trending into Baltimore winning. I mean, not to Baltimore winning, but to just a closer game, favoring Baltimore. Even though 85% of the money is on the Rays winning this game. If you don't know how to read these things, or you don't know how to read any tool, please, for the love of all that's holy, just go to the top of every single tool that you're like, what does this all mean? And click the button that literally says click to learn on it. This is not here for my personal benefit. This is here for your personal benefit. Let me see if we can find him. I think because the line moved like an hour ago where he just went back to 5.5. I assume that nobody has a 6.5 line, but it's always worth a check. Yeah. So every single book's got him at 5.5, and every single book favors the under. There's 2 books that have the same minus 155 odds, ESPN Bet and Hard Rock. So if you are doing this bet, you would want to do one of those, because if you're going to hit a bet, you want to get paid the most, which is why the props comparison, odds comparison tool exists. I'm gonna look at Baltimore one more time. Okay. They're the 6th most on the season, but they're the 9th most over the course of the last 3 games. Struck out 9 times over 9 innings on average. Right here. But they're not... Their last game, they only had 7 strikeouts, which has them in like... It's not too crazy. So I feel like they're striking out less and less. And their home and away splits are almost exactly the same. 8.77, 8.87. Which... Home is 4th most. And like 10th most on away. And this is... I think this is an away game. Yeah, Tampa Bay is the home team. Man. All right. I think I know what I want to do. So, if you listen to anything that I say, besides doing the bare minimum, it is to look at the extra stuff that we have inside of the Discord. So there's a channel called Trifectas that you should 100% have seen by now. And if you haven't, please stop betting until you read through this channel. But there's like, okay, here's the tool, but here are the certain filters you're looking for. So the filter for NFRI to be a trifecta is that the grade is 7.3 or higher, and that both pitchers have a streak of 3 or higher, which this definitely checks that. So I think we're going to do 3 plays here. So if we hit 2 out of 3, we have a profitable day, because that's somewhat, I'm not sold enough on Rasmussen to be like the sole play for the day. So we're going to go under 0.5 runs for the 540 game that has Kiter Montero and Paul Skeens versus each other. This is the game that we're focusing on. Under 0.5 runs. We're going to do under 5.5 for Drew. And then we're going to go to, not total, but spread. And the highest projection on the spread for the day, which is a free play, because if you actually go to this with a free version of the account, which you should definitely be using every day, this is free. And you had already seen this, but because you're watching the video, we're going to rehash it. 69.96% New York Mets plus 1.5. So we're going New York Mets plus 1.5. Actually, what are they on the win-loss? I'm going to the MLB spread rules. New York Mets plus, no, it's minus 1.5. Plus 1.5, they're hitting at 75%. They're 9-3 as of my last update. So we're going New York Mets plus 1.5. The Paul Skeens game, under 0.5 runs. And Drew under 5.5. Hit 2 out of 3, make a profit. That is what we decided on. Took us a while to get there, but we got there. Ladies and gentlemen, for love of all that's holy, if you watch these videos and you understand that this is how you become a better bettor, it is in your best interest to hit that subscribe button right now if you haven't yet. Tap the subscribe button. Subscribe to this channel. We'll be doing a giveaway. We're doing already a giveaway for $5,000, which if you haven't entered that yet, I don't know what to tell you. $5,000 giveaway, and you have to do almost like practically nothing. You just have to click and enter. But that's still going on, so make sure you do that. But once we hit 10,000 subscribers on YouTube, which we're pretty close to, we'll be doing something else as well for that. But yeah, good luck today with everything you're doing. Do the bare minimum, get in the Discord, download the free version of the app, and actually do what I'm teaching you to do on the app in your own time. Or option B, stop betting completely, because you will not be winning money by ignoring everything I'm trying to teach you. Good luck. We'll see you guys next time.